Well, what's going on, y'all? Thanks for tuning in today. Thank you for being here. So, today I want to kick off a four-part series, and I'm going to call it Nuggets of Truth because I think the next four clips that I'm going to show us over these next 4 weeks have little nuggets of truth in it. It's all Maddie Pruitt Trout from the Stay True podcast. This is a while back, kind of right around when she started the podcast. And these are just four clips from early on over there that I think it'll be good just to kind of highlight and point out certain aspects that I want us to think about over these next 4 weeks. Think about these nuggets of truth and see if any of it applies to you and to me. So I hope you're ready to dive into this series together and unpack this. So without further ado, let's go. Okay, so if I asked you what comes to mind when you hear the word idol, what do you think of? Is it the Ten Commandments and how God says that you shall have no other gods before him and you shall not make for yourself an image and bow down to it of any kind, found in Exodus chapter 20? Or do you think of the TV show, the singing competition, American Idol? Or do you think of certain things that you can make for yourself an idol in your life? Say, the love of money or the love of work, constantly working, how that can become an idol. Many different things probably come to mind when you hear that word. But one of the things that I think you will not actually think of, or that does not actually come to mind, is marriage. You don't actually think, when you hear the word idol, that you would lump marriage into that. But just wait, because I think that Maddie actually explains this pretty well. So I want to play for you this clip and listen to it with an open mind. And then let's be honest on the flip side as we unpack it. So check this out.
I ended up living with this family and kind of working a little bit at my church while also working in foster care and adoption for this agency in out of Birmingham. And I'm still dating this guy. And I remember having this moment one day when I was praying to the Lord because I wanted to marry this guy. Like I was in love with this guy and I thought we were supposed to be married. And I remember having this moment in my prayer time with God, and he just straight up convicted me. And he said, Maddie, this has become an idol in your life. This guy has become an idol in your life. Marriage has become an idol in your life. And it has taken over your heart and it has booted me out. And I remember being defensive, like, no, God, no, you're still number one. You're still my priority. And it was like, he said, then lay it down. And I was like, no, just kidding. No, we're good, God. We're fine. We don't need to do that. Like, come on, let's not be crazy now. Like, and he made it clear to me, you were supposed to, like, this relationship needs to end. And I wrestled for like 6 months. I prayed. And I didn't want to let go of this relationship. Like, this was who I wanted to marry. I'd been with this guy for 4 years. This made no sense. Everyone around us thought we were going to get married. Why would you ask me to lay this down, God? I don't understand. I got to this point. I read Matthew 6:21. I'm pretty sure that's the verse. And it says, for where your treasure is, there your heart will be also. And I remember being so convicted because I was like, oh, my treasure right now is with this guy and not with God. My treasure right now is more consumed with getting married and having this relational status of being a wife rather than pleasing God and honoring God with my life. And I had that conviction moment and I was like, okay, I've got to do this. I don't want to do this, but I've got to do this. And so I laid that relationship down. We broke up. But I'm going to be real with you guys. I thought it was like God was testing my faith. I thought it was like, hey, lay the relationship down and in a couple of months you can pick it back up. That's not what God had in mind. That's not what God had in mind. God was like, no, I'm gonna need you to lay this down and then I'm gonna need you to trust me.
So after seeing that clip and hearing what Maddie said, I wonder how many of you watching that are single actually wrestle with this? See, I'd be lying if I said I didn't. That on occasion, I'll find myself thinking about this all the time and then praying about it all the time. Some sort of variation of, God, help me to find somebody, or God, I don't know who you have for me, or God, please let me get married. God, please let me find a girlfriend. Whatever it might be, but that's all I pray about. And we've got to be careful. I got to check myself. It's not bad to want to be married, but when that want starts to take first place and it takes the place of God, it has then become an idol. I mean, those of you that are in a relationship, kind of like what Maddie was talking about there, when you've been in a relationship for so long. Now, you kind of ignore the little small red flags that perhaps maybe if you weren't in this for so long, if you just met the person, you might actually notice it, but because you've been in this relationship for so long and you want to be married, you kind of ignore these little red flags. We cannot try to force it. It has to be in God's time. He knows best. Perhaps maybe we're not meant to be married. But if we have that desire, then perhaps that means that we are. We're just not ready yet. We have to trust God. We have to trust God. He has got to remain number one. We cannot want marriage so much that that is all we think about, that is all we pray about. We don't talk to God about anything else. It consumes every aspect of our day. God then ceases to be number one because it's more of our wants that have become number one. And your want in this situation is wanting to be married. We have to lay it down. Lay it down at the feet of Jesus. Let it go. Let it go. Because perhaps you still need some refinement. You still need a few things kind of cleaned up. Or the person that you're supposed to be with is the one that needs refinement, the one that needs some cleanup. Whatever the case may be, God knows. It's not our job to know. It is our job to trust. So as we go into this week, I just want us thinking about this. Think about this nugget that Maddie kind of brought up. Think about what is an idol in your life. Is it wanting to be married? Then work on laying it down. Check your heart, check yourself, and ask for forgiveness. So thank you so much for watching this week. Thank you for tuning in. Please stay safe out there, and until next week, for nugget number 2, God bless.